promise to go here, we are going to solve using properties of isosceles triangles. Now, I like isosceles triangles because of their congruency theorem. So let's get started. So in triangle ABC, CA is congruent to BC and angle B is equal to 58. Find angle C. Now, I hope that you guys have paper, pen, pencil, marker, whatever it is ready, because you're going to need to draw a diagram. It's very hard to do inside of your head. So the first thing we're going to do is draw our triangle. So you need a triangle. If you need to pause and go get some paper, whatever the case may be, please do so now. And we are going to draw triangle ABC. So I have my vertices A, B, and C. And now that I have these, I'm going to fill out what they give me. They give me that CA is congruent to BC. So, you can make congruency marks on your paper. I didn't, I just have this here. And they tell us that angle B is equal to 58 and ask us to solve for angle C. So I'm going to put an X there. So this is what our diagram should look like. Now, because these two things are congruent, according to the isosceles triangle theorem, that means that these two things are congruent because isosceles angles have two equal side lengths and equal bases. So now I'm looking for a number that when I add it to itself and then I add it to 58 equals to 180. So I have 58 plus x equal to 180. So if you need to take a moment and look at your calculators to do that, please do so now. So the first step is to subtract 58 from this and from this, and to combine the like terms. So my next line here is going to be 2x is equal to 122. All I did was subtract the 58 from both sides and combine these here. The last step is to divide both sides by 2, once again using your calculator to divide 122 by 2, and I get x is equal to 61. So this angle here is equal to 61, and this one is also equal to 61. Even though we don't need it, I'm going to label it so that I have all of my information on the diagram right here. This is how we use the isosceles triangle theorem. We're going to see a couple of more problems. So in this one, they give us triangle. They don't give this to us, by the way. This is what you have to draw. But they say in triangle NOP, angle N is congruent to angle P, and PN is 20, OP is 18, and they want you to find X. Now, I know that angle P is congruent to angle N, so that means that these side lengths are congruent. Opposite sides must be congruent in an isosceles triangle. So that means that NO is going to be equal to 18. NO is equal to 18. Looking at another problem, we're going to look at this one, and this is going to be our last one. In triangle BCD, DB is congruent to CD and angle C is equal to 49. Find the measurement of angle D. Now the first thing you have to do is draw your picture. This is not given to you, you have to draw it. So we have BCD. We drew that DB was congruent to CD. That's where these marks come in. They give us that angle C is 49, and we have to find angle D. So we know that opposite angles are congruent. So here we had 49, and if C is 49, that means that B is also 49. So now we have a triangle that looks like this. We need to now add all of these three angles together to sum up to 180 and perform algebra from there. So here we have all angles add up to 180. We set it up so that x plus 49 plus 49 is equal to 180. Then we combine the constants. And if you want to look at the reasons, they're right here. We combine 49 plus 49. Then we subtract 98 from both sides. And we're left with x is equal to 82. We drew our diagrams. We solved for our unknowns. And you have to use the isosceles theorems that say if you have two congruent sides, then the base angles are congruent. Likewise, if you have two congruent base angles, then you have two congruent side angles, okay? So if you guys need help with this, please hit us up on Instagram or come to office hour. Thank you.